bouts are scored by 3 judges using a 10-point must system. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. The boxer cannot be saved by the bell in any round. All bouts are considered official after 4 rounds have been completed. Before the end of the 4th round, it is ruled a no decision. Well, we got a unique matchup coming up to start the night. Ray Khan and Joe Fournier, and it all started because of a girl.
Oh.
Indeed. We said on conventional type, these two guys had almost an altercation in a Miami nightclub. And they said, well, why don't we fight on Triller? Of course, that's a natural expectation.
Like true gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. And now Ray Khan is coming in for his first time ever in a boxing match. He is a reggae nation
reggaeton
artist, and he is fighting for the very first time, which is pretty staggering.
And you know, it's incredibly impressive that he's getting in there, like you mentioned, Al. He's never been in there before, and as you know, you're completely vulnerable, practically naked in every sense of the word, with no one, there's no team to back you up. It's just you. You really see what you're made of. And he's going up against a guy who has had 8 bouts with 8 knockouts. So this is a tall task, my man.
Yeah, this is a layup, man. I mean, you shouldn't be fighting over girls anyway. If she's entertaining both yous, then she belongs to the streets and leave her there. But, yeah, this guy, Ray Khan, I seen him in my hotel. I don't think he's ready for fighting tonight. I think he thought Triller was calling him to perform music. And when he
Language
got here,
barrier.
Yeah, when he got here, they said, yo, jump in the ring. I think this is a night. This is an early night for him.
All right, so here's Joe Fournier. Joe Fournier says that the whole deal is that he went up to a young lady that was with Ray Khan's entourage. He said he got her Instagram, then Ray Khan came in and tried to block him, and that's when they had this altercation.
Well, listen, there's been many a fight started over a woman. Wars, as a matter of fact. Let's hope we get one in the ring. And I don't know, to the victor goes the spoils. Do we know if the girl's going to go? Is that the real prize? Is that the prize money out?
I'm pretty sure she eluded everyone.
Right.
But this man, Joe Fournier, as you point out, has had 8 fights that were sanctioned, 2 more that he had that he won as well. He hasn't fought since 2016 and hopes that he can do a good job tonight against the boxer. He says, I don't know what to expect.
All right, let's take a look at our tail of the tape for our opening matchup. Al, take us behind the numbers.
Yeah, as we look at this, there will be a slight weight advantage for Joe Fournier. He's up a little bit in terms of weight, and as we said, as we look at these numbers, there's one number that's not in there, and that's 0, and that's the number of times Ray Khan has actually been in the boxing ring for a match. He's also facing that big reach advantage, which could be an issue for him.
And a significant height advantage.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the bet. Thanks to DraftKings, you see that Ray Khan is a massive underdog heading into this fight, guys.
Well, I mean, listen, the guy, he's had no experience. He's given up both height, reach, in significant measures. So I tip my hat to him and have a lot of respect for him to just get in here. So I'm interested to see how this turns out.
Let's send it up to ring announcer. Here's Barry Egan.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, Georgia, where tonight TrillerFightClub.com brings you world-class boxing and some of the greatest musical artists of today. The executive director of the Georgia Athletic and Entertainment Commission is in attendance, Mr. Matt Woodruff. The judges scoring the bouts at ringside this evening: Pat Cronin, Ed Canner, Nola Oliver, and Richard Sells. The physicians at ringside this evening: Dr. Jeff Traub, Dr. Farhan Malik, Dr. Andrea Hill, and Dr. Chris Haratoski. And the timekeeper this evening, Mr. James Korb. Atlanta, here we go. This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the light heavyweight division. The man in charge of the action once the bell sounds, Mr. Jim Korb. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner to my left, wearing the black trunks with the yellow trim. He weighed in at 178 1/2 pounds. He's making his professional debut here tonight out of Miami, Florida, by way of Envigado, Colombia. Here is Ray Khan. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner to my right, wearing the pink trunks. He weighed in at 186.9 pounds. He is undefeated. 8 wins, no defeats. All 8 wins coming by way of knockout from Miami Beach, Florida, by way of London, England. He is the businessman, Joe Fournier.
Gentlemen, you've had your pre-fight instructions. Let me remind you, obey my commands, fight by the rules, okay? I want you to fight out of those clinches. No 1-2 punch and grab. Now, don't handle that, okay? So let's go back and have a good fight. Enjoy it, guys.
All right, so who would ever think you'd see this? Joe Fournier, who's a billionaire, coming back after 4 years taking on a reggaeton artist in Ray Khan. You see it here on Triller Fight Club.
And that's what's so awesome about it, these compelling matchups. And listen, I watch a couple of kids in elementary school fight, much less guys with compelling storylines like this. So we got a lot of pride on the line, and when there's pride on the line, we get some bombs thrown. Here we go.
Well, Fournier's undefeated Ray Khan is unorthodox. He's been training for over a month.
And they both train at the 5th Street Gym in Miami, famous gym that Chris and Angelo Dundee formed, and they've somehow managed to avoid each other.
Yeah, that's incredibly ironic.
Yes.
And you know, they're pretty composed and calm so far.
Crime Faces, does Fournier look bad if he lets Ray Khan even last a few rounds?
Nah, Fournier, yeah, he does, because Fournier, he's coming out there with the camera on pink, he's shining. He needs to let him know. He's 8 knockouts. He needs to make this shit quick.
Well, listen, if he wants to fight with Jake Paul, because Fournier says he wants to fight Jake Paul next, he's got Julia Rose with him in his corner. That's Jake Paul's ex-girlfriend.
Ooh, oh, so he got the girl on his side. Yeah, well, that's what it is. I'll take your girl, and then I'll take your jaw after that.
Hey, Ray Khan got through the first hurdle. He took a right hand from Joe Fournier and didn't go down, so that's a plus.
Fournier's looking very relaxed in there, hands down, kind of punching at will.
Well, he told us he would rather have this go a couple of rounds. He doesn't want to knock out in 2 seconds against Ray Khan.
Yeah, if Ray Khan drops his hands, it's going to be 2 seconds. He's going to tow it.
You know what, though? He's got, his hands up high, so, I mean, he knows how to defend himself.
So far, we haven't seen him take one on the chin. And listen, when you're giving up some significant weight, height, and reach advantage, you may want to let those hands go a little bit and see what you're working with. He's biting on those feints. So far, a
Under a
pretty
minute to go.
well-measured fight, Al, I gotta say. I thought because of the circumstances and the passion with the girl bite, a nice body shot right there.
Yeah, Fournier, you can tell he's landing just enough punches to do some things, but he isn't yet ready to put Ray Khan out. And Fournier, listen, he only fought one fighter in his career that had a winning record, so it's not like he fought killers in his division. However, he has got experience.
Look who's
here.
coming up. Look who's coming up, Pete Davidson. Oh, man. What's up, Pete? Good to see you. Pete Davidson.
My man right
in
here.
the
Great
house.
to see you.
Yeah.
How are you?
Stuff just got spicier
Shaolin.
now. It got spicy now. Need a
Please come call a fight, have a cigarette, have a drink. We're ready to go.
I mean, he can take my seat if he wants.
He cracks you. It's
All
the best.
right.
Wait,
Round two
I gotta get
Did somebody forget to give him a ticket for this or what?
All right, that's the end of the first round. We got Pete Davidson in the house, Mario Lopez, Crime Faces, Al Bernstein. Look at this. This is crazy. I love it. It's what you get on Triller Fight Club. You expect the unexpected. Mario Lopez and Pete Davidson.
See, I think selfies should be a much bigger part of boxing programming,
Oh,
apparently.
I agree.
Apparently, that's the thing we need to do.
Of course. I mean, I took a selfie with Mario Lopez earlier. Are you kidding me? All right, so round one, Al, what you think?
Well, you know, Joe Fournier doing enough to keep this interesting and keep Raycon in the fight. And he did that. He landed some shots, and you have to give Raycon some credit for hanging in there when he was hit to the body and the head. So we'll see how it goes.
Listen, I give Raycon credit because he's lasted around Mario with a pro fighter.
No, listen, I'm incredibly impressed by Raycon. It's not like he went in there and landed anything effective, but the fact that he's still standing and remains in the fight, listen, the guy gets my respect.
I agree. Joe Fournier is actually kind of encouraging him. He's smiling, and even before, when Raycon threw a jab or two, he's shaking his head, yeah, good, you know. So,
Yo, Crime Faces, you're from New York. You know what it's like. It's almost like Fournier's baiting him as to say, come at me, man.
Yeah, he's measuring him right now. I can tell what he's doing. He's measuring. He's trying to tap him with the left jab, and he's trying to load up the fight.
He's starting to load up. You're exactly right. I saw that big uppercut. Yeah. At one point, Raycon's got to let his hands go. You're never going to... Oh, there it goes down.
Oh, down goes Raycon.
Bonsai, good night. Put him on his ass. Adios.
Oh, let's see if he gets
He
up.
got to get up, though. He got to get up. That wasn't that crazy. Yeah.
Let's see if he survives the round.
Raycon down.
I'm getting the cell phone out. Let's see.
Uh-oh, Mario Lopez has got his phone out thinking it might be over soon.
I'm thinking that's all she wrote pretty soon, if he wants it to be.
Joe Fournier looked at the referee like, maybe you should think about stopping this.
Yeah. Well, he should really start to put an exclamation point on this.
Well, if Joe Fournier wants to fight Jake Paul later on in the year, he can't let this man get into the third round.
No, you got to make a statement. Got to make a statement here, Fournier.
Body shot there by Fournier.
Wow, he's not really going for the...
Oh, there's a left
that's
upstairs.
A nice big left hook.
He's starting to light him up, Al.
He likes to work that body out.
Yeah, he is indeed. You know, Joe Fournier has skills from his previous professional fights, and he's using them all now. And I think he doesn't want to hurt Raycon. He wants to knock him down, and he'd like to see this fight stop.
So he really is a gentleman.
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie. Raycon hasn't landed a single punch.
It's officially a shutout.
Literally and figuratively. Under a minute to go. Oh, down he goes again.
A delayed reaction from a body shot.
4, 5,
More got
6,
That's just more,
7.
That's the theme of the night.
Oh,
This
boy.
kid,
Raycon, maybe way done.
As they would say in Spanish, ya estuvo, amigo.
Ya es todo. Ya es todo. Se acabó. It's going to be over soon.
Let those hands go. Try to punch con ganas,
power away.
Raycon. Vamos, Raycon.
Uh-oh. Now Raycon just got his hands up when he's like, come on, man.
So
Like, what do I got to do?
Tira, Raycon. Tira los guantes.
I have an important question. Did
Yes,
referee Korb, did Raycon hit on his wife or something? Why is he letting this fight go on? Forget the girl in the nightclub.
And he's like smiling at him, but it's like, yo, if you got a problem with him, start throwing hands.
The referee wants to see this end in dramatic fashion.
Come on now.
Is he really going to survive another round?
This is it. Come on. I smell it.
Raycon.
Uh-oh.
Tira chingazos, Raycon.
Oh, a big right hand.
Raycon rode with that punch.
He survives. Gloria Gaynor, I will survive.
Next round is it. Next round is it. That's it. Fournier, the
Hey,
millionaire.
the ref did him dirty on that
Oh,
one,
he
though.
did.
The ref did him dirty. He could have called him out.
Ray,
Hey,
what's my name?
Sean, what's your scorecard?
Yeah, what's my name?
2 rounds to
What's my
none.
name?
That is a
Where are we?
10-7 round with the 2 knockdowns. So Joe Fournier, one-way traffic at the moment. Guys, he looked at me at ringside. My wife comes from very close to where George Fournier comes from in London. He winked at me, and he said, this is the round going into round number 2, and he records the 2 knockdowns.
Thank you, Sean.
We see that left hook that sent Raycon down. He sat down on that punch very well, and that was the first punch that he really sat down on and threw with those kind of intentions. It landed, and that was the first of the 2
Blink off the
knockdowns.
blade.
And astonishingly, he was able to get through the round. Here is where delayed reaction.
It was a nice combination, too, with a right hand low to the body, went downstairs and went upstairs with a big left hook.
Oh, the fight's over, guys.
That is it. No more
Raycon is
punishment.
done.
How many rounds is that, gentlemen? 2?
So it's 2. So if you bet on the over, you lost.
Oh,
if you
excuse me,
bet
gentlemen.
on the under, you're good. Joe Fournier